Dan Brown, Toy and Plastic Brick Museum, Bellaire, Ohio. Welcome to the Mars Mission Room. As you'll see outside that room, we have a spaceship, which is a Toys R Us display. We have 2 or 3 of those in the museum. We get kind of a fun response from different people when we're talking about it. Lego made up a nice story about these, that they purposely made the bricks different colors because of them coming in for re-entry. Actually, the bricks just discolored, and it's kind of funny when you see them because they're like, "Oh yeah, no, we did that on purpose. Yeah, really, we did." But you can see that the certain bricks are discoloring terribly, and they said that that's based on re-entry. But it's kind of interesting that the ones that you can't see are also doing it. So I don't think re-entry is the theme. But this used to be a traveling tractor trailer show that Lego had, and we were fortunate enough to be able to go in and decommission it before it was thrown away, and we got all the models that you see in the room behind us.
Okay, so if you want to take us into the room, then we can go. I know you've got some moving stuff and things back here, so we'll see if that all works here. Well, it's off and on a little bit.
Well, that one should come down at you. I'm wondering if I turn the air off. Yeah, we've got different types of robotics, different types of animatronics. We got a number of displays that were in casings, and we just turn around and put barriers around them. We have other ones that were kind of piecemeal. We didn't know how they went, so we just turn around and put them together how we thought they went.
Okay, and then what else do you have in here? I know you've got some larger displays here as well.
We have larger displays. We have a Bionicle climbing a ladder. Of course, you have to have Bionicle climbing a ladder. We've got different aliens. The Mars theme was kind of cute. It has all of the astronauts up on top and all the Martians doing things underneath the surface. So when you get to the next one, you'll see that.
Okay.
We have different spaceships, and then we turned around and we did kind of just a generic on the wall type thing for the kids to just enjoy, and it glows in the dark. The entire room's blacklit, so we have different things that kind of light up under black lighting, and it turned out really nice.
Yeah, that's really cool. You got all this kind of artwork type of stuff here. And then here's what you were mentioning earlier. So this is the bigger display. So with the kind of human astronauts on top and Martians on the bottom.
Martians on the bottoms. We have down there they're dancing. We have a club that they turn around and they're dancing. They're skiing. They have a ski lodge underneath there. They have their power sources over on the other side. And what's really cool, you can't see it from this location, but there's actually an astronaut being eaten by a polar bear behind the model. There was a jokester that used to work at Lego, and he turned around and did all kinds of funny things behind the scenes. So if you're ever looking at a real Lego model, if you look around from this genre, you'll actually see that they had different hidden items inside of the model of different weird things happening. It's just funny stuff.
And I know you've got some moving parts. If I hit these buttons here, what all happens? You've got...
These are the poppers.
Okay.
The aliens come popping out of the ground. Over here is the dancers. You press this button and you'll see they start dancing.
Okay, you've got the dance floor kind of going there with the aliens on it.
Yep. They're having a disco party underneath the ground there. Over here we have the power source for the assembly. Oh, no, that's the jumpers. They switched buttons on me. And the last one should be the power source now. No? Nope. Oh, there it goes. You see the little power source thing?
Yeah, okay, it's going up and down there. Yeah, very cool. So you got and so you mentioned this is part of an official Lego theme. You can give a few more details. How did that work?
Well, yeah, this was you used to walk through a tractor trailer. They had a traveling show, and they had a big blow-up spaceman that was out front, and then you'd walk into the tractor trailer, and on the left and right were different displays. And this was one of the displays that was behind the cabinet, and then the other ones, as you saw, are the other ones. Okay. And they tore them up before we got there, so they got a little bit of damage to them, but we were able to save them, and rehook them all back up and get them to work. So it was interesting without directions, I can tell you that. And trying to match the voltages and get everything else working correctly from a traveling show to a permanent show was very interesting.
Yeah.
But we got it done. This one is really funny. The Bionicle, the reason he's in here, he used to be down in the front foyer, but he kept hurting people. He likes to curl back up in a ball. When we first got him, this was the theme was he was in a ball and he comes back out of the ball, and that's it was one of the themed Bionicle sets. So we've tied him, and now he's strapped to the actual ladder, so he won't go anywhere. But he used to come out, and kids would like to play with him, so they push on him, and then he would ball back up on him. So we had him in the front foyer, and that wasn't really good because the kid would still be, you hear like mommy going, ah, my kid's getting clobbered by a Bionicle. But yeah, that doesn't happen anymore. So insurance turned around and said we're not covering that. So he has to go somewhere where he's blocked off. So you see him, he's up here and he's now tied to the ladder. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's quite the dangerous model. He's so
it is a cool model. I like how I'm on the ladder and everything.
Oh, he's hilarious. And again, this was the one I was talking about when they did Lego A Love Story. We were talking about the model that was in the front seat of the truck.
Oh, okay.
Because we went to get a life-size model, and they called it a life-size model. Well, he is, but he was only about this big. So he was only about that big. So he fit between the two seats, except when you stop the vehicle. Then he would go, ah! So all of a sudden we ended up with Bionicle, you know? So, and then we would stop and he would go back into his ball. He's really obnoxious. So there he is. That's the most obnoxious model in the entire place. But he's cool. I love him.
Yeah.
But he's just, you just never travel with him. He's never
really
going
cool.
anywhere ever again.
And then moving on down here, you've got a couple more displays in this room. What's in here?
Yep, this is the Weightlifters. This is now just a set display. You used to be able to play with it and have it lift weights and stuff like that. We've got a blown out module that we've ordered from Denmark. It hasn't come in yet. So once that module comes in, they'll be back to fully functional. But these are the Weightlifters. Basically just showing the difference between weightlifting on Mars and the planet Earth. And then after that, the guy in the park was hilarious. And then they're putting the one in the bathing suit, the bikini. That was great. Somebody has a real good sense of humor.
Yeah, that is really cool. So, and this again was all part of that the Lego show.
Yes, yeah, this was all part of the official Lego show, and they just had different themes and different ideas and different thought patterns. So you went through, when the kids would go through, if they actually caught on to it, they would think, oh, this is cool. This is actually a learning experience.
Okay. Yeah, and then the next one here, I think this is the final one for this room. You've got some, this is like a space.
This is the half Earth, so that's all built out of Lego. The moon, of course, and Mars. And then you have the alien infestation coming to the planet near you. Okay. So we put that up there. Most people don't catch that's the alien infestation that's going over the United States. I thought it was more Democrat or Republican, maybe Independents, but you never know. But this actually has a light generator in it. Okay. Hold on a sec. I don't know if the camera will catch this, but...
So it's like stars going on there, yeah.
So there's actually a light generator underneath there, and it actually lights up the night sky.
Okay.
So, interactive. Things, kids press buttons, things happen. That makes it fun. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, this is an incredible room and really cool. I hope the camera was able to pick up some of the cool stuff in here with the low light and everything, but yeah, like the black light, some of the cool moving.
Again, the black lighting, we did it specifically so that way you become part of the show, and when you walk in, you look at your socks.
Okay.
Your socks now are glowing based on that piece of paper glow. The floor we used an incandescent paint all over the place so that everything kind of glows, and it saves on cleaning too. Don't mention that. So, shh, that's our secret. Mm-hmm. You don't have to clean it as much because it's not lit that well.
Okay.
But yeah, this was a really interesting room to put together, and as you know, it's on the second floor. Getting it up here and in this room was a joy.
Yeah.
But, we got it. We had 3 electricians trying to help us get everything put together, and they were just laughing because it was just it was the most cockamamie thing you ever saw in your life. And you only had a foot and a half to work in because it was basically built inside of a tractor trailer. So if you don't stick with that same size, you've got all kinds of problems because you have to build bigger and bigger boxes, and the boxes are the original ones that were in the tractor trailer. So these boxes were what we got. So we worked with whatever we had, and there you go. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, getting in there is interesting. We had a trap door that goes through, and I have to have like really little guys working with us so they can crawl in there and actually work. They caught me one time in there, and they had to pull me up on my feet because I was stuck. But,
Okay, well, this is a really fun room, and I appreciate you showing that to us. Thank you
very much. Glad to show you the coolest room in the museum. It's the coolest black room.